Welcome back for Tuesday the 13th. We're going to review compound sentences and then get into complex sentences. So please make sure you have a notebook and a pencil out so you take notes, and I'm going to get right into it. So just to review, remember compound sentences, we did them last week, and you guys did a really good job with what you showed me with your writing. And just to review, compound sentences have two simple sentences, or also known as two independent clauses that contain related information joined by a comma and a coordinating conjunction. And remember, a coordinating conjunction is a connecting word that joins two words, two phrases, or two simple sentences. In our case, the coordinating conjunction connected two simple sentences. And remember, we used the fanboys: for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. Okay. And I'm not going to spend too much time on this because you guys really did an awesome job with these. A compound sentence map is, remember, it's a simple sentence followed by a comma and then a coordinating conjunction and then another simple sentence. And your two simple sentences are also called independent clauses, and they're connected not by a period but by a comma and a coordinating conjunction, making it one compound longer sentence. Okay. Now we are going to get into complex sentences. So this is where I do want you guys to write down and take notes on what I'm talking about. So please write this down. A complex sentence. Complex sentences contain one independent clause, so one simple sentence, and one dependent clause introduced or connected by a subordinating conjunction. Now, a subordinating conjunction is different than a coordinating conjunction. Before I get into that, please write down what's on this slide right here. Complex sentences contain one independent clause, a simple sentence, and one dependent clause connected or introduced by a subordinating conjunction. Okay? Now please write this down as well. A subordinating conjunction introduces or connects a dependent clause. Okay? So a subordinating conjunction introduces or connects a dependent clause. This looks kind of confusing, but I'm going to get to the meat and bones of what's on this slide. I want you guys to write down a dependent clause, because now we're going to talk about dependent clauses. And just a reminder, if I'm going too fast, just pause and rewatch and then take your notes. You don't need to keep up with everything I'm saying, but a dependent clause starts with a subordinating conjunction and therefore can't stand alone as a sentence. So that's what I want you guys to know. A dependent clause is going to start with a subordinating conjunction, and does not make sense as a sentence by itself. So what I want you guys to understand is a dependent clause can't stand alone as a sentence. Okay? Since it starts with a subordinating conjunction, it does not have a predicate or a subject, so it can't stand alone. Okay? So please write that down. Dependent clause cannot stand alone as a sentence. And then here is the complex sentence map. And this is a good spot to take a screenshot of the complex sentence map, format number 1. So each complex sentence, and make sure you write this down, has an independent clause. Okay? I missed the bus. That can stand alone as a sentence. And then after the independent clause, there's a dependent clause. But when you lock together a subordinating conjunction and an independent clause, a dependent clause equals a subordinating conjunction. A dependent clause has a subordinating conjunction, and then I was tired from studying all night long. Adding these two together makes it an independent clause, okay? So, a complex sentence map. Independent clause plus a subordinating conjunction. I was tired from studying all night long. independent clause, and that gives you a complex sentence. So please write down this sentence map and then write down the sample down below. And then here's complex sentence map number 2, okay? So subordinating conjunction, because I was tired from studying all night long, comma, I missed the bus. So you got your dependent clause, and then that equals subordinating conjunction, locking in with an independent clause, because I was tired from studying all night long, comma, I missed the bus. So there's your subordinating conjunction, your independent clause, your comma, and then your independent clause, I missed the bus. So now what I want you guys to do is look at this format and try to write your own sample, okay? Independent clause, subordinating conjunction, independent clause, and make sure you have your period at the end. All right? So try to make your own sentence map. Again, I do the same thing. Go back and pause the previous one if you need to, but make a sentence map with this format number 2. Your subordinating conjunction coming first, followed by your independent clause that needs the subordinating conjunction to make it an independent clause, and then a comma, and then an independent clause with your period at the end. I want to be really clear about something, guys. The subordinating conjunction allows this to stand on its own and become an independent clause. So if the subordinating conjunction was not here, this would be a dependent clause. Okay? And we're going to wrap up with that. Make sure you guys take notes, rewatch this if you need to, and then get going on the practice exercise. Okay? Thanks, guys.